Hi, everyone. Welcome to practice. Welcome to practice. Happy Thursday if you're watching live. Happy whatever day it is if you're not watching live. But either way, I am so glad that you are here tonight. Still making some changes in the studio, as you can probably see. And I'm still getting used to the new changes. If you are here, just let me know. Let me know how it's going, any suggestions, any advice. I'm working through it all. Um, with that out of the way, tonight is going to be super easy and super gentle and super relaxing, and hopefully everything that you have been looking for today. um, I don't know about you, but I've been feeling a little crispy. This is a phrase that a really good friend of mine, Rebecca Blanton Simmons, mentioned when she was coaching me on some burnout techniques a while ago. And she sort of described the phase of burnout as crispy, right? You just sort of feel crispy, brittle, not really going with the flow, tense, tight, all of those things. And so, whether or not you're crispy or not, you're in the right spot because we're going to take a pause. We're going to take a pause. We're going to take a breath. We're going to lean into mindfulness practice tonight. It's one we lean into often here at Empowered Healing Practices. Um, and we're really going to lean into that gentleness, that softness. I've mentioned before that a lot of practices lean into discipline, and they lean into they lean into discipline, which is an amazing thing to do. This practice tonight and several of the practices here, we're leaning into comfort. We're leaning into relaxation. The goal is to give our nervous systems the space, the permission, and the safety to relax. And why is that important? Because when we give our nervous systems that permission and it actually starts to relax, we shift from what? We shift from stress to rest, right? We shift from stress to rest, and we shift from our sympathetic nervous system to our parasympathetic nervous system, which means that our body is now primed for resting, digesting, and restoring, right? When we're in a state of stress throughout our days, throughout our weeks, and we feel that in our bodies, we feel that in our minds, we feel that in the crispiness of our experience. Our bodies are not primed for healing. They're not even primed to deal just with the stress of the day. And when they're not primed to deal with the stress of the day after day, that's when we get sick, right? We get an acute sickness like a cold or the flu because we're susceptible more. We start to, our body starts to deal with it in other ways. I was toying around with some ideas of a holistic framework of health with a good friend of mine. So this is a little teaser. Stay tuned for this. There's more to come, and I can't wait for us to share more. But one of the ideas we came to was that in a lot of ways, our body almost becomes like our unconscious mind, right? It's like our unconscious mind stores all of these things, our stressors, our traumas, our conditioned selves. And unless and until we bring those to the surface of consciousness and process through them and deal with them and allow that healing to happen, our bodies will do that for us. So whatever we don't process in the unconscious, our bodies will start to showcase, right? The pain will come, the disease, So we want to deal with that. We want to settle in, take a moment, and just relax. And even if none of that is you, if you're like, I've had a great day, this is the best month of my life I've ever had, I am in flow, then that is amazing. And I am so happy for you. And I'm so glad that you're here also taking care of yourself, right? So as we settle in tonight, take a breath, get comfortable, find a super comfortable seat. So today, depending on when you're watching, is about getting comfortable. So get comfortable. Get comfortable. This is your permission to get comfortable. This might be the first time you've been comfortable today. This might be the first time you sat down in a seat and actually exhaled and relaxed into the seat. This might be the first time you've laid down today. This might be the first time you sat on a really soft, comfy cushion or wrapped yourself in a blanket. I want you to get comfortable, and then I want you to pause, and then I want you to get a little bit more comfortable. Settling in, settling in. Just breathing here, just starting to get comfortable and already starting to slow down. We're not rushing toward anything. We're not trying to find our seat so fast because pretty soon we're going to get into mindfulness practice. No, this is the start of mindfulness practice. You're already here, which means we've already begun. So just settling in. And as you settle in, I find myself closing my eyes because I can attune more fully to my body right here, right now, my body with my eyes closed when it's not taking in my surroundings. But you do what feels most comfortable for you. And maybe for the first time today, just taking a really deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and drop those shoulders. Again, breathing deeply in through the nose. Exhaling fully, sigh out to the mouth. Relax the shoulders. Really letting it go on our exhales here. Making the sound, engaging the vocal cords can be helpful. One more time, breathing in fully, in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Letting it go. And just breathing normally now. Breathing normally, becoming aware of that breath, becoming aware of your in-breath and your out-breath. Not trying to change anything. Maybe playing around a little bit with the automatic nature of the breath versus your control over it. Can you become aware of when you switch between those things? If you become in control of your breath, as we do, for example, when we breathe in to a count of 3 and out to a count of 3, or when we choose to take in a very long breath and choose to breathe out a very long breath, when you take control of your breath, can you release control back to your body and just allow it to breathe for you? Can you notice the difference that arises? This can be tricky. Relinquishing the control back to your body can be tricky. And sometimes it's challenging and we don't want to relinquish that control. or find it challenging to sink into a natural rhythm. And sometimes that can lead to frustration and then thoughts on top of it about being able to do this. I should be able to do this. This isn't right. It doesn't feel good. And I invite you, as you explore your own breath, to simply become aware of your experience, to simply become aware of any emotions, become aware of any thoughts. Gently and kindly greet them with your awareness, and then just bring your attention back to your breath as you release those thoughts and judgments. Gently breathing in and out. Taking what you need here, maybe for the first time, giving yourself permission to take what you need in the form of a breath. Do you need a long, slow breath? Do you need a deep breath into the belly? Do you need a breath in through your nose or through your mouth? You might meet yourself with thoughts of not knowing what it is you need, or feeling like it can't be attained. And again, mindfully, gently, and kindly meet these thoughts and judgments with your awareness, and simply release them as you come back to your experience of breathing. Becoming more and more present and more embodied. Bringing your awareness to the surfaces that support you, the ground beneath your feet, the cushion beneath your sits bones or the chair, perhaps the couch or the bed beneath you, the ground. Just notice every point of contact. And with your awareness, begin to notice the temperature of those contact points, the texture. Bringing for the first time tonight a sense of gratitude, grateful for that which supports us. Right now, especially the surfaces beneath us. And once again, tapping into what your body needs. You might have become aware as you explored the surfaces beneath and around you that you'd like to be a little bit more comfortable or find a little bit more ease. And I invite you now to find that ease. Shift your posture, sink a little bit deeper into the chair, into the cushion, into the couch, into the bed. You might be aware that your muscles have been holding you up, and I invite you to release them and allow the surfaces beneath you to just support you. Relaxing in that support. And as we rest here, supported and simply breathing, allow your awareness to return to the breath, aware of your in-breath, aware of your out-breath. This time is for you. This time is part of a healing journey. It's part of self-care. It's a way to slow down and attend to the needs of the body. Just breathing. As you breathe, the mind will no doubt begin to do what the mind does and pull you into the past or the future, something that happened today, something that will happen tomorrow, a plan, a thought, a judgment. As they arise, simply notice them and gently and kindly release them and come back to the breath. This is the beauty of mindfulness practice. It is mindful to be aware of your breath, your anchor for the practice. It is also mindful to become aware of your thoughts as they arise. That is the practice, mindfully becoming aware and then choosing how you want to move forward, coming back to your anchor of practice, breathing in and out. Mindfulness practice is doing that practice over and over again, mindfully attending to the thoughts, the emotions, the judgments, the plans, and returning to the breath. That's why we call it practice. Something to be done over and over again. With every iteration of returning to our breath, we become more mindful because we become more aware more often. We also become more empowered because every time we practice becoming aware of a thought and choosing to release the thought, we exercise our freedom to choose. Viktor Frankl said it best. Now I'm going to forget the quote. Breathing, breathing. Viktor Frankl says that between stimulus and response, there is a space. And in that space is our ability to choose our response. And in our response is our freedom and our growth. The stimulus is our thought. The response in mindfulness is kindly and gently becoming aware of the thought, releasing it, and returning to the breath. And every time we choose, we become a little more free. Breathing in and out. As we continue to breathe here, sticking with this mindful practice, anchoring on the breath, I'm going to invite us into a period of soft silence for about 3 minutes. So don't worry, I won't leave you here unattended. I will be here and I will let you know as we come to the end of the 3 minutes. Remembering that mindfulness is being aware and paying attention on purpose in the present moment without judgment. Breathing in and out, we enter the period of silence. becoming aware of those thoughts, acknowledging them with kindness and compassion, and coming back to the breath. A few more breaths here. And as we come to the close of practice, we'll end with some gratitudes, repeating aloud or to yourself after me. I am grateful for this moment. I am grateful for this breath. I am grateful that I showed up to practice tonight. Taking one more big deep breath in through the nose and sighing it all out. Taking some movements, maybe shaking that out. Wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, taking some movement, stretching if you need to stretch. I invite you to bring a smile to your face. Give yourself a hug, stretch. More stretches. And when you're ready, coming back into the space where we started. How are we feeling? How are we feeling, guys? I would love to know how that was for you. Go ahead and grab your journal if you have it. Grab some water. Now's a great time. Now's a good time to journal out some thoughts about your experiences if you're a journaling kind of person. Any insights, any clarity, any learnings, just anything that feels right to you. Maybe there's something you can release with your journal. Maybe there's something you just want to doodle about or draw. Or maybe you just want to sort of sit still a little longer. And I invite you to do so. Whatever it is that you needed from tonight, I hope that you found some or all of it here. I'm so glad that you came. I would love to know your feedback, your thoughts, what's working, what you would like to see more of. And I'm really excited to continue on this journey with you as we come to next week. So with that, if you would do me a favor, if this is helpful for you, if you could share this with a friend, a family, share it on the platforms if that's something that you have. And yeah, spread the word. We want to get as many people relaxed. I'm so relaxed right now. So I'm sort of, trying to think of all of the things you're supposed to say at the end. Just enjoying this sort of relaxing moment here with you all. But yes, please share far and wide. Would love to have more and more folks join us here as we continue on this healing journey. Like and subscribe and encourage others to do so if you wouldn't mind. So thank you all. I'm so glad you came, and I will see you next time.